1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, lords and ladies of the castle. Welcome, Night Nation. It's episode 12 of season 2 of Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. I'm Blair, he's Kirby. Lots to talk about, lots of great things going on here at the old K-Dub. And let's start with our wrestling team. Not the desired result, but a great performance last weekend, not only by the team, but by some individuals as well. Team 5th place after a grueling first-round loss to Zambroda Mazeppa.
Zambroda Mazeppa, what a match, man!
Yeah.
We started out just the way we wanted to. Our younger guys at the lower weights did a nice job of not giving them bonus points. You know, Matson did his thing, and I believe got a pin. And then some swing matches just didn't go our way. We ended up losing by 8 points, 31-23. But we were the two best teams there that day, it seemed like.
Proof was in the pudding there with the final results. Zambroda
but you can't
goes on to win it.
You can't tell me we're the 5th and 4th seeds.
No, and the seeding, I think, you're looking at it, I think that was really off. As you see the 1 and the 2 knocking off. The 1 getting knocked off in the semis by the 4 in Zambroda. I really do think that first round matchup was what you could call a finals match. And it didn't go the way of the Knights, but you got to give Zambroda credit too, because they've been working hard for this too. They're kind of like us last year, and they kind of got theirs this year.
Well, they've been tough for a long time, and just a couple things about ZM. Coach Ryan said this thing is wide open as we go in. And he said there was about 5 teams, us included, that if they got hot, they're going to win it. And ZM got hot, but our guys showed a lot of mental toughness, showed a lot of character, because they lost that match, a match that they thought we're going to have a pretty good chance to win. They lost by 1 point earlier in the season, and it didn't go their way. 5 to 10 minutes later, they were back on the mat.
No rest.
Wrestling again. How were they going to respond?
And I think that's a true sign of the character of these kids is 5-10 minutes later, like you said, Kirby, Sibley East, they beat them 37-12, pretty much dominated them. There was a couple matches, but they did really good. And then they go to the right after that, I mean, maybe you get an hour break, and then their Constellation and Kirkhoven comes to play, and they took care of them 37-19, and this team showed its resiliency, because a lot of teams, no matter the sport, you get knocked off in the first round of a tournament, sometimes it's over. You can just tell that the team, their energy's gone, and they get knocked out. This team didn't, and that shows a lot about the character of these kids.
It just shows that throughout their whole time in our wrestling program, that Coach Ryan and his staff has done a nice job of telling us, team, control what you can control.
Right.
Move on, live in the present. And I went to the welcome home on Sunday. Coach Ryan said the same thing. We came back. He was so proud of the boys because they responded the way he was hoping they would, and just dominated. Proved a point that, hey, we probably shouldn't have been seated with Zambroda Mazeppa right away. Probably should have been the championship match. But we're here, we're real, and don't forget that the Knights are a pretty good team.
And they'll be back next year as a team too, without a doubt. I think they're losing some good guys, but they're going to be kind of refilling the cabinet, so to speak. And
we've got a lot of sophomores that are wrestling. We've got a few 8th graders, and Logan Quam was our starting junior. Got Daniel Kish that comes in too as a junior. Maybe I'm missing some people too, but those seniors, thanks a lot for everything you've given.
Absolutely.
It's time for baseball now, but at the same time, lots to look forward to next year for the wrestling squad.
Yeah,
and ZM again, they'll be tough. They only had 1 senior too. So.
And that was just one day of the tournament. That was Thursday, and then Friday we had 6 individuals going after state titles. And when 1/3 of your 6 individuals get state titles, that's pretty good. And we had 2 state champions, Jaron Matson and Tyler Ryan. Matson back to back now. and Ryan winning that coveted first state championship. And he's got 2 more years of high school wrestling to go, so we might get a three-peat from him. What an incredible run by these two. Let's start with these two guys. Madsen back-to-back. That's really hard to do, especially at those lower weight classes. He's had an incredible run here as a knight.
I think his record this year is 45-1, and Jaron is the fourth KW wrestler to win 2 titles.
That's phenomenal.
So congratulations to him. Tyler at a 152. He was bragging at the, I don't want to say bragging, but kind of telling his teammates that he was the heaviest KW wrestler to win a state champion at 152.
That's interesting.
So congratulations to Tyler as well. They're both just sophomores. And this other kid, Seth Brossard, is also a sophomore.
And he
took
finished
home third.
Yeah, and he's had a great run, and he's got some more time left too. Really, these 3 guys next year, this is your core. And going back to Tyler Ryan just a minute, that picture that we've seen kind of all over social media with him and Matt hugging. I mean, if that doesn't like choke you up, that's an incredible moment, and I can only imagine how that felt for both of them. But yeah, these 3 boys right here, this is your core.
Interesting, Seth lost his first round matchup to a kid that he had to wrestle for 3rd place. And beat him. And then Seth came to beat him. So great toughness there too by Seth.
We also had Bradley Kish, Logan Quam, and Jesse Jackson also in the state tournament individuals. They didn't finish in the money, but they did good and supported our school just as well. Let's switch over to girls basketball, and boy, wrestling gets over, and now we've got another team on the brink of something special. Last week they beat Pine Island in the quarterfinals 55-40. And then Saturday they played Winona Cotter, and this was a matchup of the 8 versus the 4. The 8 Cotter had beaten the 1 in Pem, and this was a tougher matchup than I think a lot of people thought. A 50-40 win for the Knights, and that gets them to Friday night's section championship game against Rochester Lourdes at the Mayo Civic Center. 6 p.m. is the tip. And what a run here by this nice team. A little bit of luck, a little bit of great play, put it all together, and you just find yourself in the section title game.
I'm excited for Friday.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
But before Friday, Winona Cotter, again, we started off a little slow. They had the lead at halftime, and we just came to work that second half. Savannah Blease, I believe, had 11 points, 13 rebounds. Tess Hokinson really dominated the boards as well. And we used free throws at the end to seal it, got us up 10. But what a run we were having here.
Yeah,
we were in the middle of the season. We were talking. We had some downtime. We lost some games in a row. I think we lost to Cass and Manorville. We lost to Goodhue. We lost to
Lourdes.
Mount Iron Bowl.
Mount Iron and Lourdes.
And these games have gotten us all ready for this stretch right here. And we are playing our best ball at the right time. So girls, here's your chance. This is what you've been waiting for. Like we said, Rochester Lourdes on Friday night at 6 o'clock down in Rochester. They're tough.
Yeah, they
got
are.
A freshman about 5'11", maybe 6 foot. They're a long team. We're going to have to play well. We're going to have to shoot it well, but I think we can do it.
The Lourdes beat us 66-56 in their gym in January.
Just a few possessions.
And that's just a couple of possessions, a turnover here or there. This is a team in the Knights where you look at some teams that go on these big runs, and not only do they have to play good, and they get better every game, but they get some luck. And they had a little bit of luck with Cotter winning. And I think they got a little bit of luck with Lourdes beating Hayfield. It kind of seems like it's their time. And, I think I agree with you. I think a couple possessions different here in this Knights team. I mean, you can't discount the fact you have probably the most explosive player left in the section in Mara Quam, who can score at will if she's allowed to by the other defense. So this is going to be a good matchup. I'm looking forward to it.
We know what we have in our top scores. Okay, they're going to get theirs. They're going to score theirs. It's going to be, can our girls that maybe don't have a role of scoring as much? Okay, they're going to have a big. It's going to be probably going to be the difference. So we're going to have to do.
And you got to start better in the first half.
Right,
you can't get down at halftime again. I don't think you can against this Lourdes team.
Right. So girls, you've been preparing all week. Friday's our chance to go to the big dance. Let's make the most of it. But no matter what happens, we're proud of you.
Absolutely.
And represent us well on Friday.
Yep, go have fun.
I'm here with Coach Weemy, assistant girls basketball coach. Coach Weemy, great win against the Winona Cotter Ramblers. How did we get past the Ramblers?
Yeah, great game, a lot of fun. I'd say defense. I'm a defensive guy, so it always comes down to defense. We had a sloppy first half, turned the ball over, so it came down to us taking care of the ball offensively, but defensively, last couple of games, I feel we've really picked it up in the second half and shut some teams down.
And they only scored 40 points too, so pretty good defensive effort. And we had some girls rebound really well. Savannah, I believe, I think had 13 rebounds, and Tess Hokinson with a bunch too.
Yeah, now, offensively too, which is huge.
Right. And anytime we can get extra possessions, that's a big thing. Now, trip to state, Rochester Lourdes, Friday night. How do we get past the Eagles?
Definitely a good team, so we're going to have to play good. It's not going to be one of those games that we can get behind like we have the last couple games and decide to put our foot on the gas. We got to play well the whole game. I always like to say defensively gets us started, but offensively we execute. They like to spread that defense out, so ball fakes, pass fakes, but same thing, defense and crash those boards.
Well, good luck. I hope we get it done Friday night, 6 o'clock. Thanks a lot.
Be a lot of fun, hopefully. Thank you.
Boys basketball season ends with a loss to the number 2 seed St. Charles last Thursday, 77-38, and this team with just one win this year, losing 5 seniors. A really tough season, and it really was the exclamation point was put on when Gavin Roosen gets hurt in that St. Charles game, first half, and hurts that toe again, and breaks it, and this is one of those things that just kept reoccurring for the Knights this year. Injuries, players out. It just kind of was a long season. They worked hard. You can't dispute that, but just that one win and losing 5 seniors who really contributed over the years to this program, and probably from someone that was with them last year, and I think you could concur here, wish that these boys would have got some more wins just for the sake of all the work they did put in.
You love to reward their work with some W's, but you know what, guys? I love you guys. There's no shame here, okay, of losing to St. Charles. Tough team.
I think they'll win the section. I really do.
And the 5 seniors, thank you for always being there. It's losing seniors is tough.
Yep, Nutsy, Calvin, Mitchell, James, and Zach. You guys work so hard, and we know firsthand what you put in.
St. Charles, like we said, they can shoot the 3 from the half-court line. They can trap you. They're just tough. So,
well, looking forward to the next year for this team. You got some guys coming back. You got some younger guys trying to make a statement. But I think if Coach Peterson stays on and gets his system put in place, I really do think this team can make some strides next season.
Well, we're going to be inexperienced again. We got a few players that have some varsity experience, and Jack and Chance and Sam Righam got a little bit. Tate. Those guys are really going to have to improve if we want to see more W's.
Off-season.
But it's going to be, again, the whole program needs to take a step forward in their development. And if it's just going to be the status quo of showing up on November 20th or whenever the season starts, the same player we are now, nothing's going to change. We got to put in the time to try to get ourselves better.
Yep. Speaking of putting in the time, our spring sports are starting on Monday.
Yeah, baby.
Some of them, softball and track, start Monday, and baseball, as we've been reminded at Pep Fest and things, starts on the 20th. And I can't believe it, but it is that time of year. And golf starting the 20th. Or 13th?
I believe so.
Okay. So lots going on, and make sure if you're interested in those sports, get out there.
Clothing order for baseball is coming out in a day or two, so if you want something on there, contact me or ask one of your players if you have a player that
I've seen a sneak peek. They look sweet. It looks really sweet. So
hope so.
That'll do it for us. Good luck to the Lady Knights on Friday. Make us proud. Hopefully we're playing next Wednesday. We'll have to maybe preempt the show or do it earlier some because Wednesday is the day. So thank you so much for watching. It's our pleasure to bring you all the great things here at KW. He's Kirby. I'm Blair. We'll see you next time on Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. Goodbye.
Go Knights.